What up guys, SuperMetal983 here bringing us a little single review. And I don't do these too often, but this one is kind of a necessity to me, if you ask me. But I'm going to be reviewing the new Annotations of an Autopsy single entitled World of Sludge. And this is debuted on Slam Worldwide, which you'll find a link down below, as well as the links to their Facebook and all other places for Annotations of an Autopsy and Slam Worldwide. You'll find below. Now, obviously, it's been quite some time since we heard some new material from Annotations of an Autopsy, and the last time we heard new material, it didn't go quite according to their plan, really. The Dark Days EP, in my personal opinion, was fantastic, personally, to me. I absolutely love it. Buried in Bad Rep and, what's the other song? Stage Breaker were absolute bangers, if you ask me, and I love that style, what they were going for, so, but I can understand why people were a bit, taken back by it and were just like, what the fuck is this shit? I know, and even Annotations themselves have admitted that, but you look back at their older discography, to The Reign of Darkness, Before the Throne of Infection, and Welcome to Sludge City, you got three fantastic UK extreme metal releases right there. Reign of Darkness was more of a straight up death metal, maybe a bit of tech death influence in there. Absolutely fantastic, one of my favourite albums of all time. Before the Throne of Infection is kind of the staple album for these guys, because that was kind of what really defined and started the whole brutal deathcore, slam deathcore sort of movement in the UK, you could say, along with the likes of Ingested, Surpassing the Boundaries of Human Suffering, for example. And then obviously you've got their debut EP called Welcome to Sludge City, which is an absolute classic jam, and everyone loves that EP, and if you don't, have a word with yourself. But anyway, so it's been quite some time since the release of Dark Days, and Annotations have returned. They returned to Fall in the Brawl 2018, which, if you want to check out the full set, link down below. I recorded it and put it on my YouTube channel, and it was a solid set. But one thing that struck me about that set and everyone was they played a new song at that festival, which was called World of Sludge, and they said they were going to be releasing it either later 2018 or into early 2019. And now 2019's arrived, and we're in March. Well, it was March 8th when it got released, and it's here, and quite frankly, it is an absolute bagger. I mean, this is as if it could straight away have been plucked from the Before the Throne of Infection era. Like, quite frankly, it is massive sound. It's got all the elements that the fans who were missing stuff with Dark Days can rejoice, basically, and go, yeah, they are back with a vengeance. I mean, this song is just absolutely violent, punishing, just filthy. Just how, like, the Sludge City EP had that filthy, dirty, just putrid sort of element to it that gave it that factor, that wow factor when it first came out. This has that exact same element. It's thick, it's beefy. Honestly, it actually feels quite a lot beefy in comparison to Dark Days. Like, Dark Days was probably their most thickest sounding release out of a lot of them, so they've kind of adapted that sort of thick, beefy, rich tone, but then to stuck with the songwriting from the original stuff, and they have brought something that's absolutely fucking outstanding, if you ask me. I mean, I absolutely love this single. I mean, it's not even been 24 hours since it dropped, and I've listened to this relentlessly, like, over and over again, and it's not getting bored. In fact, every time, it still kicks us in the teeth. It is exactly what we all wanted to hear. Like I said, I might have been a fan of Dark Days, but I would have loved to hear more of that old school MySpace brutal deathcore sort of sound coming back, and this is just up there, if you ask me. It's vicious, it's heavy, and this is just, I know people's going to hear me for saying this, but it's slam. It's really slamming hard. It's kind of got a bit of a, like, beatdown sort of vibe in there that gives it that really aggressive sort of vibe in there. And the vocals definitely remind us a lot of The Reign of Darkness, though with the whole more intense sort of approach to it, but it still has the pig squeal elements that we've been missing since the Before the Throne of Infection era. They're back, and they sound very, very vicious, and especially there's a little section in the middle where it's like quite stabby sort of sound, like really locked in time with the cymbal work and stuff, and it really sounds kind of modernized, but sounds very, very fresh. And quite frankly, World of Sludge is an absolute banger, if you ask me. I think this is just give us a new breath of fresh air for Annotations and an Autopsy. This is an absolutely incredible single and a great return for them. I believe the single is up to like 13,000 views already, and that's less than 24 hours, so that's pretty high standards, that, like. I mean, but personally, I absolutely love this single. If you haven't heard this single, do yourself a fucking favour. If you haven't heard Annotations of an Autopsy, I might as well say, if you're a fan of like Acrania, Vulvodynia, or Within Destruction, then, or even Ingested, sorry, you will find something to love about this new single. It's violent, it's heavy, it's slamming, and it's deathcore. Slamming deathcore. I said it. Anyway, but yeah, this is just unbelievable. It's so good to see them back, and this song is an absolute blaster. Make sure you check out World of Sludge by Annotations and an Autopsy, and I cannot wait for this new EP. I believe it's entitled World of Sludge. It'll be out later this year, if I'm not mistaken, and they're doing a tour with Street Soldier later in the year. I believe it's around May time, so I'm going to try and get, I believe I'm going to try and get the Sheffield date with my guitarist in my band, so I cannot wait for that. I'm hoping I get to go. Hoping. But yeah, I'll see you until the next video, and remember, stay metal, and I'll see you later.